So, what do you do when an old buddy sends you a shaft to go test? Well, you test it. Let's go see what this is. Welcome back to the McGolf Shop. Jim McCleary, and we're doing a test for a very unknown golf shaft. Now, some of you guys that are watching will know exactly who this is, but some of you guys in the UK, maybe not. Some of you guys overseas, maybe not, but we'll see. Robin Arthur of Xcaliber, right? Robin Arthur of Xcaliber shafts. And Robin is a guy that plays outside the box, and he's been a designer of golf shafts for a long time. Has lots of tour wins when he was with a different golf company. He's since branched out onto his own. He's worked with other companies and helping them design other stuff. The dude's kind of brilliant. And now he has designed an iron shaft that he's excited about, and I said, well, let's test it. And it's called the Rapid Taper, right? The Rapid Taper iron shaft. The idea is it gains a little bit more speed, right? Now, with more speed, we think we probably want to have a little bit more accuracy as long as it goes with it. But we're talking about an iron shaft, so we'll see what happens. So why is it Rapid Taper? Well, it's because that's what it does, right? We start off here, and this is normal size golf shaft, and if you notice right in here, then it's all real small. It's almost like this whole section right here is tip. It looks like it gets just a tiny bit bigger, but not by much. It's a Rapid Taper. So let's take another look at another club. All right, just for comparison's sake, if we wanted to put these together, see right there, see where it changes? And then it gets really small. And right about here, it starts getting to be about the same. So it does Rapid Taper. So what are the benefits? Well, particularly ball speed. So if we get a lot of ball speed, that means that we should be hitting it further. So how are we going to test? All right, I got the Rapid Taper, but I'm going to use a Wilson CB. I think I'm going to use two clubs, the Wilson CB, and then I'm going to use a Mizuno hot metal, because this is a player's club and it is very weak, where the other one is very strong. So we'll get a kind of comparison and see what's going on with it. So let's go hit. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to compare. We're just going to hit 5 golf balls for each time around, and we're just going to pick out 5 random golf balls in my setup. I've got the Xcaliber Rapid Taper, I've got the Wilson CB. Again, this is a player's club, so I don't expect to get some huge amount of distances. About 165, 170, it is a 6-iron. If I can get 170 or better out of it, I'm a happy camper. So let's see what we can find out. I've only hit a few warm-up shots, so this ought to be interesting. Okay, 180 to 184 right out of the box. I'm kind of happy with that. It does feel good. I don't know if feel like I'm creating speed or what I'm doing, but that was a really solid hit. .184, 187. Holy cow. Robin, you're onto something, dude. Nice ball. And pretty down the middle. Maybe I'll just go with 5. Who knows? There's the 180, 181. I thought I hit it better than that. Now the cool part about this, I know I'm testing the shaft, but the Wilson CB, this is smooth. This is a really nice club. You know, a couple of the degrees loft jack, and this thing is right in there with everybody else. All right, 2 more. I'm slowing down, but man, oh man, I'm hitting it right down the middle. 1 more. There's the little bitty pull. Not bad. All right, let's switch them out and see what happens. All right, now we have the hot metal from Mizuno. And again, 5 random golf balls. Now, the hot metal from Mizuno is made with chrome moly. It is kind of your cast club kind of setup versus the forge. Does that make a difference for distance? Probably not. I would say no. But it's a stronger lofted club. So we're seeing between 180, 175 and 180, which is a little bit higher than my expectation, which I'm happy to see. With this one, I'm going to go up about another 5 or 10 yards. So I'm going to say I start at 185 and I should be into the 190s. Let's see what happens. $185, $190. That's about as good. How about that? Let's see if we can do that again. That was hit pretty good. How about 197 to 200? That was smoked. Good ball. Way to go, Robin. $196, $199. Maybe I need to up my idea. $191 to $195. I'm liking this club. Now, if you guys can remember when this thing first came out, I disagreed with this club quite a bit. Now, it changed a little bit. However, this thing's sailing. $190, $192. I'll take that all day. So the thing is, can you feel it transmitting a little bit better than the next? And sometimes you get clubs that, even in irons, they feel harsh, they feel, just like they don't want to play for you. This one, I have to say, really feels like it's working. And the fact that I'm finding the middle pretty good, I'm kind of liking that a lot. Oh, that was a bad shot. Let's see what that I like it a lot thing. There we go. So let's go back and hit another 5 and see what happens. All right, before I hit the other 10, I wanted to show you this. So the blue is the CB and the red is the Mizuno. I wanted to show you how tight these were. It's an excellent pattern. The CB is a much tighter pattern to be sure. It's just 11 yards, which we figured that would happen, right? It's 11 yards, 79, 80, 13 yards short. And that's the difference between a player's club and a strong lofted club. Now, could I make this move up here with a little bit of loft jacking? Yes. How much can you do? I'm not real big with a lot of it. 1.5 degrees, 2 degrees max. And this pushes it up in that area. It's very, very close. So, or if you like some of the offset, then you can go with the Mizuno. But we're not here to talk about those. We're here to talk about the shaft. The shaft feels pretty good. I don't think it feels boardy. I don't think it feels loose. In fact, we're seeing it go down the middle. So I like this thing. So let's get us some more and make sure. All right, we're going to try this in a little bit darker fashion so you can see the ball flying. But again, 5 more balls, just picking them out, doesn't matter. And we're going to see what happens here. Got the CB back in the hands. And we're seeing the last shot that I hit. Now let's see if we can't make that go a little bit further. Or how about we just make them all land in the same spot? That would be grand. All right, 5 more. All right, let's get the Mizuno going. So I just fixed the garbage disposal and I've got ribs on the grill. So this is going to be quick. There, last one, 200. I know I'm not Matt from TXG, but that one felt pretty good. All right, a tale of two clubs, right? The Wilson stayed pretty consistent. I got same numbers. Nice tight pattern where the Mizuno is a little bit wider, but certainly much, much longer. And with my one that was really wide left for me. So again, just a tale to tell you the difference between a player's club and a distance club. But the idea here is, what does the shaft feel like? Well, if you look, I mean, short of one getting away from me, the rest of them are in there. That's telling right there that it gets through the ball. I think it's a very comfortable shaft. Now, I've been talking with some of my other club maker buddies, and if you're a slower swing speed, I guess this thing's a rocket sled. So I might have to invest into some slower, or to some, I might have to invest in maybe an R flex or even an A flex. But right now what I had was an S flex. So it's a very even keeled shaft. It doesn't draw attention away. I don't notice the length. To me, it just looks like something that has a lot of tip section in it. So if you're looking for, it just goes to show you that different shafts, different strokes for different folks, different shafts for different golfers. I could play that club. I could play that shaft, no problem. And as you guys saw, in fact, I could probably play that club with the Wilson in it. But the bottom line is, you know, you look at the club, and number one, is it bothersome in the graphics? And I would say no. It's got the ion plated design on the outside, gives it the steel shaft look, right? The steel shaft look. And he's done very, very well with the paint job, the Xcaliber with the logo, the RT for the rapid taper. He's also got an exclusive little logo here with a sword. I mean, it's very tastefully done, I will say that. Little S designation, and then he allows to show you where the rapid taper begins and stops. I think it's probably, I'd have to weigh it out, but it feels probably somewhere in that 70 to 80 gram range. And it plays well. It gets through the ball, does everything I've asked of it. And we're seeing a lot of, and when we look at it from an acceleration profile point of view, I'm straight through. This thing is releasing right at the ball. I mean, right at the ball. So from my swing, and you just saw it, if you're somewhere close to that, this thing might actually work for you. So if you're out there, go to Xcaliber Golf Shafts or Xcaliber Golf, look up Robin Arthur and the crew, and see if they don't have something out there that might fit you. And again, guys, let's see your scores. Go low.